music off.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life and finances. My name is Yamitra Jojo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? Rosie was singing for y'all, and then she stopped. So I guess
Well,
she didn't
because
want
the
to.
morning show started, I'm not gonna just sing abruptly.
You could sing. It's not abruptly.
It's
if you're
not
singing.
abruptly, but no.
Can I get my
throat
glasses,
hurts.
please?
Where are they at?
Your throat was not just hurting.
My throat actually is hurting because I had to sleep on. Because Courtney thinks since it's 48 degrees, it's appropriate to have air on.
Good morning, Kimberly. Feel the big brown case. Well, sorry.
Hey, good morning, y'all. Good morning. Rosie, I didn't hear the singing. You know you got to sing me in. I need an intro.
She was listening to Kurt Franklin and singing. She was like, oops, I didn't know we were on, so she turned it off.
Well, I need an intro every morning, so I need you to sing me in.
She like, what? Go ahead and sing, Rosie. We're going to tell her she's going to have to get us some songs together.
I need Whitney Houston.
Lord, she going all out.
Oh, right. I need you to go big.
Hey,
Right? Go big or go home. But
that's
guys,
right.
welcome to the Fearless Morning Show. I'm Lynn Dimmons, America's #1 financial rebound coach. But y'all, I got to pause for the cause this morning. It's been some stuff happening in the news that I need to know what's your take. So, I don't know, unless you're under a rock, you heard about Kanye meeting with Trump yesterday, right? And so I want to first say, don't shoot the messenger, because the first thing you would think when you say, oh no, Kanye met with Trump, you're going to say, okay, we need to shut him down. Let's pause for the cause. Let's give a moment of silence for Kanye. But if you really stop and think about it, guys, there are some things that Kanye is talking about that we definitely need to reflect on as a people. If you pay attention to it, see, disregard the messenger. Look at the message. That's what I'm saying to you today. Disregard the messenger and the fact, because it's very important. And if you look at it, if you go back through history, guys, celebrities, Black people have been meeting with presidents for basically my lifetime, but it's what they're trying to accomplish that's different. And the media, let me just say this, the media is trying to put their own slant on the story. So guys, make sure that you're paying attention. And I wrote down the key things that Kanye West is talking about are tax cuts, prison reform, mental health, and racism. Those are the top things, y'all, that we need to be focused on. Those are the top priorities for us, the things that we need to be critically thinking about. But mainstream media is going to have you focusing on the fact that Trump tweeted about it when Donald Trump did it during his term. Are they going to have you focusing on the fact that he's sitting down with Trump and trying to push those things aside? But if you think about it, don't look at the messenger, look at the message, look at the things that he's actually trying to do, the things that are actually going to improve. You can agree or disagree with me. That doesn't matter. I want to know what's your take, guys, because that was huge yesterday. Go back and look at the clips, because they're out there. There are clips out there with Kanye meeting with Donald Trump. And some parts of it are, sad in a good way and not so much in another way, right? What? Uh-oh.
We work together at McDonald's. Hey,
I remember. Okay.
McDonald's
Okay,
crew in the house.
so Nika, I need to ask you a question too. Do you still have your McDonald's stock? Because I know they gave y'all stock back in the day. I just want to know what y'all did with it, and did you decide to keep moving? Because I am America's #1 financial rebound coach, and I'm helping women make their money, keep their money, and grow their money. But we'll get to that later. I'm over here on What's Your Take, guys, talking about this meeting yesterday that happened with Kanye and President Trump, looking at some of the things that they were talking about. So, guys, make sure that you pay particular attention to the message itself, not the messenger, and not the fact that he's meeting with Donald Trump. The truth of the matter is, y'all, Donald Trump needs a win. especially in our community. He really needs a win as far as what he can truly do to help the Black people out. But a lot of us gonna miss that message. Agree or disagree, that's your take. But I also want to suggest and recommend those of you who are not hip to the game, who are not watching Boyce Watkins. Let me just say, he can be a little vulgar at times. And if you're one of those people who don't like, you have virgin ears, you don't like the cursing thing, you can't listen to Dr. Boyce Watkins. But he also went through a situation where he talked about this and address that. So yeah, make sure that you go and pay particular attention to this. And another thing that's out there in the news, y'all, that really took the cake. I don't know if y'all saw it, but there was a story out there. A young Black man had two white children in the back seat of his car.
Box of Kleenex.
Did y'all see it?
Mm-hmm.
Let me know if y'all saw it. If you didn't, go and look it up. A young Black man had the two white kids in the back seat of his car, and the white woman called it in and said it looks suspicious. Looks suspicious that he has those two white kids in the back of his car, when in actuality there was absolutely nothing wrong. Call the police and everything, guys. Agree or disagree, but Me Too, right? Oh, the ears haven't been saved the whole lives. Yep, that you know you're right. That you know you're right, right? Guys, but in the Me Too movement, and y'all, and I'm just gonna be real, we having true confessions and conversations about everyday life and finances over here. The Me Too movement scares the stuffing out of me. I have a young Black male that I am trying to raise, right? And Me Too just targets men in general, but with the most emphasis is going to be placed on our Black males, and we've seen it already, y'all. Agree or disagree, that's okay. That's on you. I'm just telling you, this is my true confession and conversation over there. Not saying that women don't have rights. I agree. I'm a woman. I've been through the situations, but I am ultimately scared for my young Black son because of what Me Too has done in this era for our men. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Just make sure you stay on top of what's really happening out here in this world. Stay on top of what the media is sharing, and look at the opposite side, because media is only going to talk about what they want to talk about. They're only going to push their agenda. We need to be pushing our agendas for our families, for our communities, for us to be able to move to the next. That's all I'm saying, y'all, on that. What's your take this morning? Let me know what you think. I'm not getting any comments in regards to that, but you are so right, y'all. We got to figure that thing out. Did you have something to add?
I'm blowing my nose. That's why I moved over. Just blowing my nose.
TMI, JoJo. TMI.
I love y'all so much. And Nakia, I just told Lynn years ago, we got stock. If you are a manager, you got stock in McDonald's as your Christmas present. And so when you mentioned McDonald's, that made her think of that. So I didn't tell on you, girl. I'm still holding on to a few of mine.
Right. Okay. Right. And you know what? You have a 17-year-old grandson as well. I mean, guys, it's real out here in the streets for our males. And Boyce Watkins said it best. He said the only persons who are protected in this Me Too movement are the gay males. They're the only ones who are protected, who are not, impacted by all of this. I don't know if I completely agree with that or not, because things can happen across the board. Oh, wow. He reminds me of my brother, 6'1", weighing 185 pounds. He looked like yep. I remember those days with my little brother. I'm missing too. But yeah, this Me Too movement has taken things in a completely different level. So guys, what's my point this morning is you need to be thinking critically about what's happening out here and doing what's going to most be helpful to impact you and your family. All right, that's it for my rant on What's Your Take, guys. I'll make sure I get through this quickly, as quickly as possible in regards to what we'll be talking about today. My job this morning is to bring awareness and inspire you to learn and to think critically so that you can move to your next level. All right. And live your best life. I know you're tired of people saying that, but live your best life. It's Friday, y'all. All right. And looking at this, guys, I wanted you to give you some things that you should do at this point, some things you should be thinking about, some things you should do to build wealth. Yes, Friday, it's payday, just got paid. Hey, Friday night, what? Not gonna go there. 7 things you should do to build wealth. All right, you got that money, don't let the money burn a hole in your pocket. But the first thing you should be thinking about, if you have or have not done this, guys, is thinking about what assets are you going to build. All right, what are the assets? You need to fill your assets column. You know, I teach you on the things that you need to look at. You have to have a financial statement. What's your income? What's coming in? What's going out? What are your assets? What are your liabilities? What are those things you should be focusing on now to build wealth? All right, so housing. If you are renting, then thinking about what is going to be the best way that you can now build to move forward. Kim, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. If you do, once you do have those assets in place, then thinking about the fact that you can now get potential rental properties. These are different ways to invest your money to build wealth. So your money is going to work for you as opposed to you simply working for your money. So get you a goal, guys. Get a mentor so that you can start moving to your next. The third thing that a lot of people miss or choose not to do because they don't feel that they can afford it right now, life insurance policies, guys. If you want to truly have an opportunity to be able to pass wealth on to the next generation, don't sleep on life insurance. Maybe you can't save it all during your lifetime. Or you say, wait a minute, I want to spend everything that I bring in. That's okay. You do have an alternative there. You can purchase life insurance that can now transfer to your family, select those beneficiaries and get it done. Whether you want to do whole life insurance, have a high value policy, or you want to do term life insurance, you decide exactly what that is, guys, so you can determine, in the event of my untimely demise, how will my family be able to move forward? What are the things that I can now put into place? Yeah, you're going to have a monthly fee, right? But that monthly fee is not as exorbitant as the amount is that you can simply select to pass on to your family. Just giving you some things to think about this Friday, because you just got paid. Let's think of some different ways that we can now build assets, because that's what's most important. The other thing that I want to highly suggest or recommend that you should do as you build wealth is to buy yourself some peace of mind. And you say, well, Lynn, how am I going to buy peace of mind? And in buying peace of mind, I mean setting aside some sort of funds where you'll be able to live, where your family will be able to live in the event something happens. Have you guys seen in all of the different companies now that are downsizing, that are cutting jobs, that are going to lay people off, that are automating their businesses right now because they want to reduce expenses or they want to reduce costs in order to improve, right, their share prices? That's what these companies are doing. That's what they're doing in corporate America. That's what they're doing in government agencies. Dare I say, guys, they're doing it in nonprofits as well. It's across the board. So no one is exempt. So what do you do? How do you buy yourself peace of mind? You set up an emergency fund or contingency fund for you and your family so you can take care of yourself in the event that these things happen. And there are some other opportunities out there too, guys. Some of you, maybe you're privy, maybe you want to do things like a side hustle, where there are so many opportunities out there, guys, now where you can start doing things on your own so that you can build that emergency fund. Maybe you do it for a short term just so you have the extra income to have that emergency fund to set aside. I don't know. You decide. And I know everybody might say, I don't want to drive Uber or Lyft. That's okay. You don't have to do that. What about Instacart? What about going shopping for somebody else and then delivering that the goods to that individual? Put that money aside in your emergency fund, right? Until you get 3 months, 6 months, however many months you choose that you would like to have as your safety net, guys. Buy yourself some peace of mind. I'm telling you, it helps you to put yourself and your family in a completely different space in the event things happen. And I'm not talking about something, y'all, that I just read about. I'm telling you something that I'm living myself, right? Because there are different things that you have to put in place to protect your family, because no one else is going to do it for you. All right. The other thing that I want to highly suggest or recommend, someone came on the other day and asked if we would talk about starting your own business, liability insurance, and all of the ins and outs of that. And that is a tremendous way for you to remember. At the beginning of the show, I talked about the fact that Kanye was in there talking about cutting taxes, right? One of the best ways that you can reduce your tax liability. Now, let me say, please get a tax professional to help you out with this, okay? Don't go in there trying to piecemeal your way through and figure that thing out on your own unless you have the time to dedicate to that and be meticulous and methodical in that process. But guys, getting and starting your own business is a great way to cut the amount of taxes that you owe. Why do you think it is that the rich own or control? They control the businesses. They don't own all the businesses. That's another conversation, right? The rich control everything, but they don't own anything. But you need a tax professional to understand, okay, hey, what is it that they're talking about? You need a true team of trusted people on your team that are going to help you to be able to make those decisions and decide, okay, what is it that I need to do next to build wealth? So that's what we're talking about, guys. So what are those things that you should do to build wealth, guys? I'm Lynn Dimmons, America's #1 financial rebound coach. I do have to cut it short today because I don't want Facebook to cut us off before my co-host gets to share her part. So make sure that you come over to my website, DimmonsEnterprise.com. I have some great resources over there. So go to DimmonsEnterprise.com. That's Dimmons. No demons here, y'all. DEMMONS. There's some free resources over there on all of the different areas of financial literacy, from debt to saving to budgeting to investing. All of it, got the gambit over there, guys. So go check it out and let me know what you think. All right, either share it in the comments or send me a message in my inbox here on Messenger. DM me on Instagram. I'm at Dimmons Speak over there, guys. All right, thank you so much for your time. Okay, Miss Co-host, over to you.
All right, good morning, everybody. Thank you guys for joining the show. We greatly appreciate you. This little lady is so cute. I thought I was short. She like 4'9". She don't even come to her door handle. She is so stinking cute. Okay, my bad. So guys, I got sidetracked. The fearless thought for today. Yesterday, I talked about, are you ready for you? But today's, and all this week, I've been talking about what is your conversation with yourself, change your words. And, I talk a lot about that because I think it is so essential that you do that. But today is Friday. Let's talk about releasing the frustration that you're holding on to. That sometimes is simply why you can't move forward. That's the reason why you can't see clear. That's the reason why you're angry, you mad, you frustrated, you want to fight the world. It's because you are holding on to frustration yourself. You're frustrated because you're not living a life you want to live. You're frustrated because you're not where you want to be. You're frustrated because you're comparing yourself to other people and they're doing more farther ahead of you and you're here and they're there. You're frustrated because your kids on your nerves. You're frustrated because you don't like your job. You're frustrated because your relationships are crazy. Your life is crazy. Your money is funny. You got a whole lot a frustration that you're holding on to, and so you have migraines, you have headaches, you have shoulder pain. I carry my stress in my shoulder. I have shoulder pain, my
Girl.
back hurt, my hip hurt. I'm at the chiropractor talking about, Lord, Dr. Hunter, please. He said, Miss Waddell, release some of that stress. Release. And I was like, man, bro, if you don't stop telling me to release, but it's true. We had to release that frustration and that stress. And for those y'all that don't know, I used to co-own a boxing gym, and so that was the release of my frustration, was boxing every day. And I don't have that now, so I'm going to have to find another way to find my release of that frustration. You've got to forgive yourself, number one, but you've got to stop holding on to the frustration every single day. At some point, you've got to put it down so that you can move on with life. Because if you keep holding on to whatever's aggravating you, because your life is crazy, and trust me, at some point, you are living a crazy life because you want to.
Right.
Not because that's what was given to you. True, it may have been given to you at some point, but guess what? You can give it back. You don't have to keep it. You can do something different, because there is life past crazy. I promise you. So are you doing the things that you need to do that's releasing that frustration? Because if you keep holding on to it, you're going to be angry at the world and wonder why you're getting no further than where you are, why your relationship keeps repeating. And you can say, oh, well, I'll let that frustration go, and it was the form of a bad relationship. But if you didn't heal yourself on the inside, if you didn't change the words that you say to you, if you didn't change your perspective on yourself and with the outcome that you want, like remember I talked about that on Wednesday? How do you see your dreams? Do you see them in lack or in abundance? If you're not changing any of that, my friend, I don't care what you released, you picking it right back up. As soon as it wasn't no need you can put it down. You just put it down and shook your arms out and picked it right back up. You didn't get no break. You had this, you're picking up the exact same problem. So think about that today, guys, on Fearless Friday, Freedom Friday, Faithful Friday, whatever Friday you want to call it, Payday Friday. What frustrations are you holding on to that are keeping you stuck exactly where you are? And you may think, I don't have any frustrations, but soon as somebody in your family call, you take a deep breath and you feel that, that right there go up a little bit. That, my friend, is frustration. When your girlfriend call and she tell you the same story about that sorry man you done heard 50 times. And it's when I get frustrated, I do this. When I start doing this, that's my frustration. Then I know I done had all I can have. I can't take no more. No, I gotta laugh at myself because that's what I do. I grab that, my girls know, I grab that eyebrow. Cause that's where they sitting and they making the eye hurt. You pressing down inside my brain on that right eye. And when I hold the right eye, I'm about to lose it. I'm about to say, baby, your life is crazy and you need to live past it. And I'm far be it for me to tell somebody how to live their life. But what we not fixing to do is add to my frustration. We not fixing to do that. And a lot of us, we take on other people. And I'm guilty of taking on other people's stress and frustration to add to mine. But just know, when we're doing all of that, our hands are so balled up, we are not free to receive what it is for us to receive. And if you're always frustrated and Jesus, help me, Father God, give me what I'm asking for, but at the same time I'm frustrated, I can't receive what he's trying to give me, and I can't see what he's trying to give me because I'm focused on my frustration. So think about that today, guys. You got to let go of the frustration. And if you think you're letting go of it and you say, okay, I done woosawed what Whitney used to say on different word, relax, relate, release. And if you done released all of that, but you picking it right back up, it ain't doing no good, boo. So you've got to let it, when you let it go, start paying attention to the conversation that you have with yourself after that. You got to heal your conversation with yourself, which is going to make letting the frustration go easier. And it makes it easier when it presents itself. Because now I know when that phone call come and I know that phone call say frustration, I ain't got to answer it no more. I say, you know what? No, I can't answer that today, but maybe tomorrow I can talk to you. And you get a choice to figure out, or you get a choice to decide who you let in what you take on and what you don't take on. Because if you take on it, and I'm so guilty of that, somebody call and tell me their story, honey, I'm up all night. Lord gee, what they gonna do? Now I got problems, but I'm worried about somebody else, so my stress on 10,000. So today, guys, release that stress and that frustration, because you can't keep carrying it. If you do, it will kill you. It will have you in the hospital. I'm a living witness. And you've got to heal your conversation with yourself. What are you saying to you that is holding you back from where you want to be and the things that you want to do? I think that has been my theme all week, healing the conversation with yourself. Change your perspective. How are you seeing your dreams? Are they in abundance or lack? Meaning, once you say your dream, do you say, oh man, I can't do that because I ain't got the money. I can't do that because who am I? Or
Right.
I can't do that because mama and them, you know how mama and them is. You know how they are. Why is you trying to do that, JoJo? Why? Just why? That's not your business. That's what I had to tell myself. If Jesus told me to do something and he put you here for a specific reason to do only the thing that you know you've been called to do, that he's laid on your heart to do, and you keep saying, but you know mama and them, he know your mama and them. He know. He didn't ask you none of that. He said to go and do. So be mindful and be mindful of that when you are stepping out on this journey. And that's part of healing yourself in the conversation with yourself, is that we get so caught up with the self-doubt with our family and our friends, what they're going to say, what they're going to think. That alone equals frustration. And then you carrying all of that. So you're trying to get a new you. You're fighting the old you. You got conversations going on in your head, and you're holding you got 10,000 battles going on inside of your body. And we wonder why our body hurts, why our back hurts, and our mind hurt, and we frustrated and we snapping at people. We got a lot going on. So today, release that frustration. I promise you, it gets better. And when you release it and start to hear that conversation with yourself, and things start, you feel lighter, I promise you're going to call and tell me, thank you, girl. I sure appreciate it, because then it frees you up to do what it is you really want to do. All right, guys, that is my Feel the Stalk for today. I'm going to get off here before Facebook closes us out. Please make sure you share the video. If you have a friend or a family member who is living in crazy, because I'm looking for individuals who are living in crazy, who just need a little help, send them on over my way so that we can help them out here on the Fearless Morning Show. We're living past crazy in your life and your finances. Don't forget the YouTube channel. If they don't have you on Facebook, they can binge watch on YouTube. We have every show. I haven't loaded this week's show, so give me this weekend to do that. But they are up there by title, so you can pick a title to share with them. Anything else, Lynn, before we close out?
No, God. I do have one more thing. We started out at the beginning on what's your take and the message around the Kanye and Trump visit. What I do also want to put out there is don't throw rocks when your house is made out of glass too. All right. That's it. That's your closing thought for today, guys. I'm Lynn Dimmons, America's #1 financial rebound coach. Yeah, I said America's #1.
Well, there you go. And today, guys, please, on this fateful, fearless Friday, Freedom Friday, please let go of that frustration. Don't hold. This is I promise, my last soapbox thought. When you hold on to that frustration because that person got on your last nerve, it is not affecting the other person. They chilling. It is only affecting you. They could care less of, and this is how I know they could care less about you, your feelings, and your frustration, because they said it, they did it, and they didn't say they were sorry. They said it, they did it, and they meant it. They said and they did it, period. So if they didn't want to frustrate you, aggravate you, they wouldn't have done it, period. Let that frustration go. Sometimes it comes in the form of a friend. Sometimes it comes in the form of family. However you feel, let that frustration go. Why are you laughing at me, Lee?
That was one of those In Living Color moments. I don't know if y'all remember. It's 3 snaps.
That's right. They're my 3 snaps for the day. Let that frustration go, honey boo. Let me tell you, you are worth so much more than that frustration. Let it go, because at the end of the day, and I think about it like this. If I was to die today, do I want to spend my last breath arguing with you? Do I want to spend my last breath worried about what them said? And we know who them is. Them is anybody you want to put over there. That's DEM. Yes, I
Right.
said it. It's them and them. Them and them. All of them. All of them. The whole crew. Are you going to spend your last breath worried about that? Are you going to spend your last thoughts, your last thinking about what it is that you did that made your soul happy at the end of the day? Because that's what it's about. So think about that today. All right. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. We will see you here bright and early on Monday morning at 7:15. Please make sure you share the show. And we appreciate you guys watching with us every weekday morning. You guys have a good one. Be safe.
Signing off.